What it is, people. This is your boy Schaefer Speaks, and here we are again. My name's Elijah. For those that want to go by that, it'd be more formal. I normally do Marvel and DC related content, and today that's one of those situations. Um, Batwoman season 2, episode 4. Fair, fair skin, blue eyes, and this is exactly what it is. The False Face Society continues to spread snakebite throughout the Gotham City. Now, as Batwoman, Ryan tracks down one by dealers. That's a hell of a cool ass drug name. I hate to say that, but don't do drugs, kids. In that Batmobile, but the side effects of her kryptonite injury cause her to briefly lose focus. Now, a kid trips the alarms of a jewelry store to get Batwoman's attention in order to ask her for help in finding his missing brother Kevin. Now, more on Kevin in a little bit. Ryan brings the case to Mary, and they discover that the missing Wayside Heights, which is undoubtedly the area she previously stayed in. Very ironic. Meanwhile, Jacob still holds a press conference announcing that he believes Kate is still alive and is offering $1 million cash reward for information about her. Now, Luke is convinced that this will lead to them finding Kate. However, Mary isn't sure. Later, Mary admits to Ryan that she needs to try to actually look for Kate in order to move on. Now, in the flashback, we see a young Ryan. She tries to fit in at the group home and befriends her ex Angelique. Now, while shopping for comics at a local comic book store, she also runs into a lady who tries to lure children into her van, which leads to her being kidnapped and brainwashed and held captive for 60 days. I hate situations like this in real life. All while the woman tried to convince her that nobody would come to save her. Now, a group of students from Gotham University question the woman about a missing girl, but it ends up being Beth. Angelique later gets help herself captured by the Candy Lady in order to help save Ryan, and they find a way to make their escape. Now, in the present day, Ryan and Mary drive in Ryan's van to the comic book store where Ryan suspects the same thing is still happening to kids. Now, once Ryan brings up the other girl, Mary decides that they look through the records that Kate saved during Beth's disappearance. Mary also asks Ryan to move into Kate's apartment with her, and she accepts. After tracking down the Candy Lady's address, Ryan goes to visit her as herself but gets tased and kidnapped by her. Ryan manages to get the upper hand, obviously, and fights Candy Lady, who reveals that Kevin has been brainwashed into joining the False Face Society. That's another cool ass name. Now, Jacob tasks a Crow's agent with tracking down the Napier painting, which has been bouncing around the black market. Jacob visits a false lead in Wayside Heights, culminating in him getting tased by Kevin. The False Face Society tasks Kevin with killing Jacob, but Ryan a woman and fights them off. Kevin still brandishes a gun at Jacob, and Ryan talks him down, convincing him that he is worth more. Later, Jacob admits that Batwoman did save his life. Now, meanwhile, Alice visits Sophie in her condo and convinces her that they should work together to save Kate, starting with tracking down a man from Cornelia named Ocean for Syafa. Wait, Sophia? There you go. Ocean for Syafa. Their search proves to be futile, which only gets more complicated when Luke shows up and Alice points a gun at him. Sophie reluctantly asks Luke to help them track down Ocean. Now, Luke tracks down an address, but he and Sophie decide to keep it from Alice. Sophie visits one of the potential locations, only to fight the squatter inside. Alice shows up and helps save Sophie. Sophie asks Alice why she wants to find Kate, and she says it's in order to kill her. Sophie relays this information to Jacob, saying that the crows need to find her first. Meanwhile, Alice stays behind in Ocean's apartment, finding information tied to his location, and remembering that they interacted with each other on Coriana. So, guys, we also learned that the squatter in Ocean's apartment was Angelique, and she and Ryan decided to reconnect. Now, guys, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and shout out to allcomicbook.com. They do a great job with their episode reviews. Much love to them always. Peace and love, y'all.